Observations, an electronic column, Volume 1, Number 1, The Gettysburg Address for Unity and Harmony, by Audrey Randolph, author of Necessary Oneness. September 15, 2012. Hearing and actions of our political leaders during the last 3 years, one cannot help but wonder in what manner our country will proceed. Although divisiveness has been staunchly underway, and discord has almost split us before now, oneness has made us great. While glaring at discord, one should hear the words of President Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, given on November 19, 1863, echoing through time with this variation. This variation encourages unity and harmony for all of us members of the United States of America. 2 centuries, 1 score, 1 decade, and 6 years ago, our forefathers and foremothers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now our nation is engaged in a great complication, testing whether one party or the other party so conceived and so dedicated can long time rule. The parties are met in legislative bodies with great decisions. The parties have come to enact many laws in our nation's chambers, a final contesting place for many who would obstruct and destroy so that their careers last and that their party rules. It is altogether neither fitting nor proper that legislative politicians should do this. And in a larger sense, right now, they will not decide, they will not cooperate, they will not hold sacred common ground because of greed and self-interest evident in their gamesmanship, herded within party lines, with ousting, not representation, their sole intent. They play games at any cost and by any means to advance the privileged, moneyed few. The brave men and women, living and dead, who struggled here, have legislated far above the gamesman's poor power to add or detract, it seems now. The world will always note and long remember what the gamesmen say and do here. It will never forget how they did what they are doing here, having us, the people, suffer while they use voucher scaffolds to facilitate program phase-outs, while they dissemble to win rather than assemble to represent, while they fight to not unite, and while they orchestrate failure in order to blame the victim, and while they seek to eradicate, not encourage votes. It is for us, the people, to be dedicated here, empowering ourselves to move forward, to facilitate cooperatives for job development or to fundraise for education and small business startups, and to spawn new legislation, including state legislation or a constitutional amendment to stop suppression of the right to vote, all to ensure the doing of the unfinished work which our forefathers and foremothers have thus far so nobly advanced. It is also for us, the people, to ensure that our legislative politicians stop obstructing and destroying and establishing an oligarchy, and it is rather for them to be there dedicated to resuming the great task remaining before our democratic nation. That from the honored forefathers and foremothers, we all as one body take increased dedication to that cause for which they gave their full measure of devotion. That we highly resolve that our forefathers and foremothers shall neither have legislated nor died in vain. That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, fair to all of us, including children, women, minorities, veterans, college students, the sick, the poor, the unemployed, the underemployed, the elderly, the disabled or challenged, the homeless, the working poor, and the middle class, because there should be no schism in the body, The members should have the same care one for another. And that government of the people, by the people, and for the people, not just of, by, and for the 1%, shall not perish from the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let us support the 44th and presumptive 45th President of the United States of America.
For he was free in liberating strife. Who more than self their country loved, and mercy 49 times. What I'm singing about tonight, America, sweet America, may God thy glorified. Till our success be nobleness.